16-0. We're joined by Lamont Roach Jr. here, 16-0, 6 knockouts, highly touted amateur background. You're with Golden Boy Promotions. Last fight was November 30th at the MGM MGM here at
National
Harbor. Yeah, National.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, what catch us up on what's what's been going on since then, since the Harbor fight, and what do you have going on in the near future?
Really, I just since I had 2 back-to-back strenuous training camps for 2 10-round fights, I took a little breather. I took a couple weeks off, about 2-3 weeks off. Spent some time with my family, and then I got right back in the gym. I'm back training. We have a date on the horizon, and a nice location too. So, pretty much that's it. I've been training and, chilling with my family.
Cool. I heard through the grapevine. I guess we can't mention it though, but I agree. It is a good location.
Yeah.
Probably headed to some nice weather. So that's cool. We'll definitely, have some information when the opponent is announced and all that. But yeah, look out for that soon. So for the format, just for in case you don't know, and for everyone that hasn't joined us before, we joined up with AMAfeed.com. So I have a bunch of questions for you that people already left on a forum. And then also, if people want to ask questions for you here on the live video feed, you can kind of scroll through, pick, whoever you want or all that good stuff. So I'll start with one of the questions that someone left a couple days ago for you. And it has to do, it kind of piqued my interest because it was one of the things I was going to ask you, because I know you're very familiar with the amateur style judging and how that works.
Yes, sir.
How, and is it even in your mind, but the question was, how are boxing matches judged, and how do judges determine who wins a boxing match? And I think always that's like a turnoff for maybe casual fans that don't know when you come in. It's not like, you score a point and you win, or you score a touchdown, you win. So,
yeah.
How is a boxing match scored, and does that affect your style?
Boxing matches are scored through clean, effective blows, ring generalship, and effective aggression. So that I was taught and taught to believe. Some judges like aggressive fighters, some judges like boxers. It's at the end of the day, it's what you do, but it's opinionated by 1, 2, 3, or 4 judges, and it doesn't really affect my style. I train to impose my will on a fighter, and whatever openings that I have or present themselves, I take them. So I just prepare myself for the best way to win, no matter what situation.
Now, would you say your style, you were highly successful, you have a lot of accolades in the amateurs. Would you say your style was always more prone to being a professional, strengths in that way, or have you evolved since then?
Yeah, I think so. I think my style was always, a step for the next level. My cousin, Coach Roach, he always trained me to, for the next level. Even though we were on, if we were intermediate juniors going into 15, 16-year-old juniors, he always trained me for that next level. From 15, 16 going into fighting men. So we was always ready for that next level. We was always ready to do whatever it takes to get the victory.
All right. Now you're coming up now, I think, on 4 years as a professional.
Yeah.
When you signed, with Golden Boy, they're notorious for, laying out a plan, having a good plan for you. And it's kind of been the case with you, progressively you move up, into, especially with your last fight, now headlining on stuff like that. Are you where you want to be? Did you foresee yourself, moving at this pace, since you started?
Oh, yeah, I'm where I want to be. I'm very comfortable. Golden Boy believes in me, and I believe in them. The way they're pushing me is great. We're always ready for whatever they put in front of us. We never turn down any fights. We never say no to no fights, never. And, they believe that if they put a stiff test, or even if they propose a 50-50 fight on paper, that we'll be ready.
Nice. Again, for people who are watching, you can ask Lamont some questions here on the
What's up, Josh?
Video. Juan, I saw you said what's up earlier too. You didn't really miss much. We had some audio technical difficulties at the beginning, so we've just gotten started. I do have another question from AMAfeed.com that I'll ask you. If you weren't a boxer, what would your alternative career be?
That's a little tricky. I was going to school at Maryland University to study engineering, so I probably would have took that route. But who knows? I've been boxing since I was 9 years old, so I probably would have got into a lot of other things.
Nice. Now I saw you were recently with your brother Jordan and Ben and them. You were at the amateur tournament.
Yeah.
Since you were fighting as an amateur, do you notice any differences, any changes? Because I know, with the scoring and stuff, kind of going back to that, it's kind of tough to gauge as at that level. But do you see any changes going on in the way that you used to fight and the way that they're fighting now?
Yeah, I see a little change. I mean, all kids are different, and generations are different as well. So kids are taught different. Kids are more emotional, less emotional, harder to train, easier to train. It varies. The kids we have in our gym, we got a good group of kids. They're coming up. Jordan might be one of the oldest fighting. He's only 14. So, but we have a lot of little kids. We took I think we took the most to the Silver Gloves from the DC Maryland area into the regionals and to the nationals. We had one champion, 2-4 in the championship, and Jordan lost in the semifinals. Okay.
Now, cutting on the same tip as judging and stuff like that, I want to ask you about Canelo and Triple G. They got the rematch in May coming up. I think the first fight went, that was a big contention, how it was judged and what each guy did to be successful. What do you think, how the first fight went, and what do you think about the rematch?
The first fight, it was a good fight. Overall fan-friendly fight to me. The judging, was a little off to the fans. They weren't too happy about the judgment. In my honest opinion, I thought Triple G won by 1 round. And, but it could have went either way. People would have been mad obviously people were mad at the draw, but, that was smart to make a part 2 and have the rematch. I think the rematch I think people are counting Triple G out, saying that Canelo's going to make adjustments and do what he had to do to get the victory. But who says that Triple G won't make adjustments? Triple G and Abel Sanchez, they have a good stable over there, and they're a good trainer and fighter combination. So I think they will make the adjustment as well. I think it'll be a nice close fight. I think Triple G will edge him probably by a round or 2.
Interesting. Yeah, it'll be good to watch. Now, outside of boxing, your own career, are you a boxing fan?
Oh, yeah, I'm a boxing fan. I'm watching boxing whenever it's on. Okay.
All right. What other sports you get into? Like NBA? Did you watch an All-Star game?
I watched the All-Star game. I like football. I'm in a fantasy football league with my family and friends. So I like a lot of sports. I watch soccer when the World Series is on. I will watch baseball when the World Series is on. Or what do you call the championship name? World Series, right?
In soccer, yeah. World Cup. Yeah, in baseball.
Yeah, the World Cup. And then baseball is the World Series. I don't watch hockey. I like a lot of sports. I even watch MMA.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're talking about fantasy football. I heard from Jordan that he's the champ. So I heard there's no competition.
Hold up. Jordan's the what?
I heard Jordan.
The what? He the what?
All right. We got proof there then. We got proof.
Come on, man.
Jordan got
Come on, man. I got 2 championships in our league. 2 championships.
All right. What about video games? You get into video games at all?
Yeah, I'm actually on Fortnite right now. I like Call of Duty. That was ultimate favorite.
Okay, that seems to be across the board. All the boxes we've talked to, they usually gets into Call of Duty.
Yeah.
All right.
What you said?
All my players was injured.
I ain't trying to hear that.
Oh man, next AMA will be with Jordan, so he could talk about his championship.
Yeah, he could talk about his championship. It was about 4 years ago.
There's another question here from AMAfeed.com. Does social media play a big role in your boxing career? And that kind of goes along with one of the things I was going to ask you as well.
Yeah.
Now we see more and more guys jumping up into the ring, jabbing back and forth. I saw this last weekend with Sean Porter and Danny Garcia. How do you work social media into what you do? And does your promoter or anyone give you, I guess, a certain guideline, things to say, things not to say, that type of stuff?
social media plays a big role in a lot of fighters. I would say some people would say success. They get more exposure. The ones who go real like viral with videos and pictures and stuff like that. I don't think social media really affects my my career yet. But more people definitely like Golden Boy. They have their own page too, and of course they have a lot of followers. When they post me, I get a lot of followers. A lot of people see me. A lot of different people get to see me. And they comment on my page. It might be silly. It might not be silly. It might be constructive criticism. It might be a lot of stuff. But nowadays, social media plays a role in a lot of things, and it takes a big factor in a lot of things. Not even just boxing. So those fighters who don't like talk to each other, they might talk to each other on here.
Okay.
Or like Instagram, Twitter, and stuff like that. So that's how they promote fights too. So it plays a big role in boxing game, period, and not just a lot of other fighters' careers.
Now, do you handle your own social media, or do you have anyone that helps you out with that?
Yeah, I do. I handle my own social media.
Okay. So everyone knows if you're talking trash, you're talking to directly to Lamont.
Yeah, man. I see almost everything. Almost everything.
Okay. Interesting. All right. Couple other questions here from amafeed.com that I will pull for you. Let's see. What are some of the challenges that you faced into getting to where you are today, and how did you overcome them?
I'm gonna say. I only had one challenge, and those for those who really do know me. It was, the passing of my cousin, who was my head trainer since I began boxing at 9 years old. So, that's the only challenge. I'm still getting used to it. It's still different. It's just that's that piece that's missing that that should be there. But God bless his heart. I know he's still with me, in spirit. So. That's the only real challenge that I had. I had 2 fights without him. And, we kept the ball rolling, and we're still on the same track, but it's just a little different. Just missing him. That's it.
Now I know we talked right before that fight happened. Your last one, the one that was kind of like the homecoming big thing. There was a lot of support, not only for you but for his memory. How did it feel coming out? And I know you said you wanted it to be like a movie. You wanted to do big. It was a big event. I felt like a lot of people, you filled the arena.
Yeah.
How would you want to move forward, not only with how that fight went, but, preserving the memory of Coach Roach, what that being on your mind?
I just want to, move forward the way I have been moving, just progressively getting better each and every time. As the bigger fights come, and if we fight home or even if we don't fight home, we still want to have the same vibe, the same energy that I had at the last fight at the MGM.
Cool. I see Prime Fight Talk Juan, he asked the question, do you have your eye on fighting any fighters you've seen on TV?
At my way, all of them. I don't care who I get in the ring with, as long as they put me in there, as long as they help me be on my way to become champion, or if they in my way to become champion, we stepping through them or over them.
Okay.
Look at this clown.
Bro, you just saw Danny Garcia last weekend.
Ooh, I'm a bum. This is stuff I like, though. It makes me laugh.
Let's see. Who's your favorite boxer? Is there anyone that inspired you to start your career?
Who's my favorite boxer? I really don't have a set favorite boxer. I like a lot of good fighters. I like a lot of good fighters. I like Triple G. I like Canelo. I like even old fighters. I like Roy Jones. I really used to like Roy Jones even before I started boxing. I like Oscar De La Hoya. Who else? I like Prince Nassim. He was one of my favorites. I like Mikey Garcia. I like a lot of people. bits. I try to take bits and pieces from their game and implement it in my game.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to pull any of those other questions. There's a couple more on the feed.
On the feed, let me look.
Does having sex really matter before a fight? That's something.
Yes. If you really want to know, yes. That's very important. No, stay away from the women. That's why people go away for training camps for, 8 weeks or whatever the time it is.
Right. Okay. Let's see. Juan says, are you planning to defend the youth title again?
Yeah, I guess. But I really want to step up from this youth title. I don't want people to look at me as, oh, he's just a youth champion. You know what I'm saying? I want to be in the ranks, high in the ranks, like within the top 10 real soon, so I can at least challenge for a title fight or that just threw me off. He said with yourself or partner.
Oh man, John Molina.
You should know. John Molina, you should know. You've been in this game longer than me. What was I about to say? Oh yeah, so I can, have a title eliminator soon, or at least challenge for a world title soon. I feel like I can beat a lot of guys. I mean, it's no doubt in my mind that I can beat a lot of guys. I'm just waiting on my opportunity, or if I got to work my way up to it, then that's what I would do.
Okay, cool.
What's up, Steve? Hi, Steve.
Who are some of the guys you've been training with? Not only this go around, but before. I know some of the names that have been in and around the gym with you. But talk about maybe some of that work and how that's affected or helped you grow.
Right now I'm training. I've been training with Kevin Rivers Jr. He's always been there since 2010. We've been training together since amateurs. And now we've been training together in the pros. He just came back, off hand surgery and stuff like that. So he's doing good. He's back in the gym. Fight day coming for him soon. We've been working hard. And recently, John, he stepped in to help my dad. As my dad bumped up when Coach Roach passed away. John White, the father of Jordan Show Dog White, he's a professional as well. So he's been training with us too. Strength and conditioning, I train with, a lot of other fighters. I train with Mike Fox, Alontes Fox, Luther Lights Out Smith, Greg Outlaw. So we usually train around this. At the same time, we can train at the same time. Yeah. Oh yeah, Alex. How could I forget Alex Rincon? That's my man. I met him 2013 at the USA Nationals. We both won. We went overseas to fight in the Klitschko's brothers tournament. We both medaled. So he's on the stable. His brother George Rincon, he's been training with us as well. So I train with a lot of people, and they all help me, stay motivated, just like I help them stay motivated. And we push each other, man, because we want to be at the top.
Interesting. This is a good question, actually, that just popped up. What do you think of the World Boxing Super Series tournament? Should they make more tournaments like that for boxing, or is there too much politics for it to happen?
With fried rice too. Hold on. I don't see that question. I want to answer this one question though. Hold on. Who is it? Who's on Keystone right now? Is it Ross?
I'm sure it's Ross.
It said who I hate Spawn with. I think he knows. I hate Spawn. Kobe Breedy. He just wild. He good fighter. He good fighter. Don't get me wrong. It's just difficult. You need to Spawn though at least once, because you might see that in the fight. But I hate Spawn with Kobe. I think a lot of people hate Spawn with Kobe. And I think Kobe knows that people hate Spawn with him.
I think he was on one of the MGM cards.
Yeah.
Might have been the one right before yours. Yeah.
And all right, that's the one I wanted to answer.
I thought you were gonna say you want to answer the Gamboa one.
Oh, when I fight Gamboa, I don't think they would take that. They lost too many times. I hope they do though. I hope they like, you know, if I'm offered to them or if he's offered to me, I hope.
Interesting fight. Yeah, I mean, he's coming off what should have probably been a loss, but they gave him the Jason Sosa, so he's still out.
I think he lost to Jason Sosa. Jason Sosa fought a good fight.
Yep.
Sosa fought a good fight. He frustrated him. Gambo's getting hit in between exchanges a lot. So.
But if you want, let's go back to that question that was asked regarding the World Boxing Super Series.
Yeah. I see it right here.
Tournaments like that.
I think. I like the I like the World Series of Boxing tournament by the WBC. It's a good tournament. I hope they go to every weight. To be honest, the middleweight, the super middleweight one is the most. I would say the most exciting, but I watched the cruiserweight one more than I watched almost every fight from the cruiserweight tournament. Those were some real good fights. They should make more tournaments like that for boxing, but not too many. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think the WBC, like, they have one, and then, you know, another boxing organization has one as well. But that's about it, not too many. And is there too much politics in boxing for it to happen? No. I just think they just need to find a plan that, you know, everybody wants to make money. So they want to generate a plan to, you know, be as profitable as they want to be. And yeah, that was my dad in there. My dad was in there.
John said, let's do it at 140, 147. Actually, that's when the WBC and Real Deal Boxing, they just announced they got a welterweight tournament. I think there's 8 fighters.
Oh, yeah. Holyfield, right?
Yeah, Holyfield and the WBC. They named it after Jose Sulaiman. But, yeah, to that point. Let's see. That tournament would let boxing fans see who else is out there. Someone said, who you got, Spence or Thurman?
Spence.
Spence all day?
Spence. But Keith Thurman does have what it takes to. I don't know if it would be considered an upset. I think Spence is, you know, the better fighter, and most people think he'll win. But Keith Thurman has the tools to get the job done, movement and power. Nobody hurt Errol Spence before. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't hurt him, he's just gonna sit there and walk you down. You know, it's gonna be an easy night for him. And he's one of my favorite fighters too.
Okay. Who would you say is pound for pound the best right now?
That's tough. It's tough. It's real good fighters out there. Lomachenko is a beast. Terence Crawford is a beast. I think they're sitting at the top. I don't think nobody can top them right now.
Okay, they're top 2. Now, although Crawford hasn't fought at all at 147, he's got that.
At 147.
Yeah, he's got the title shot coming up against Horn. I mean, what do you think would happen like a Crawford-Spence matchup?
That would be an interesting fight. That would be interesting. You got to see how Terence Crawford brings his power up to 147.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, he hasn't fought at 147. I think he knocked Jeff Horn out, but I think he knocked Jeff Horn out due to lack of skill and stuff like that. And he might catch him real clean. It's gonna look pretty. I think he's gonna knock him out real pretty.
Okay.
But Spence versus Crawford is gonna be. That's a very interesting fight. I got to see what he does against Jeff Horn to call. Like if it be right now, I have it 50-50.
Yeah, it'll definitely be a good one. We got about 15 minutes left. Just a reminder to everyone that's watching, go ahead and drop your questions. I see a few more. Lamont Roach Jr. is joining us here, 16-0, 6 knockouts, Golden Boy Promotions fighter. I have one more from the AMAfeed.com. Do you have a special diet that you adhere to? I think I remember you saying you added a chef to your team maybe a couple fights ago. So talk a little bit about that.
I added a chef. We went to school together. He went to my high school, and we were real close friends. We still are. Excuse me. And he cooks all my meals. He prepared my meals. Bro, you my hero. Stop playing, bro. He prepares all my meals to what I need. I basically tell him what I need, what I don't need, what's good for me, and he whips it up, and he asked me to give him feedback so he can improve and stuff like that. So that's one of the good things we have running in camp. That's consistent in every camp.
Okay.
Yeah. Wilder versus Joshua. I don't know. Anthony Joshua been gassing out his last 3 fights. He didn't look too good against the last minute replacement dude he fought.
Carlos Taco.
So I don't know. I think Wilder and his defense not that good. So if Wilder hit him, it's over. But if he, has good defense and he catches Wilder early, it's I don't know. I don't see it happening. So I got Wilder. But
what about Ortiz? Do you think Ortiz stands a chance in a couple weeks?
I think Ortiz got a chance because he got the amateur pedigree. He's good defensively, picking his shots, and he's powerful. So and he got nice speed too for a heavyweight. So, but if Wilder hits anyone, they bound to fall.
Yeah. Someone's getting knocked out.
Someone's gonna get knocked out.
Let's see. Keystone says, talk about your friends in the NFL or that are about to be in the NFL and they inspire you.
My friends currently in the NFL now, Markel Lee, linebacker for the Oakland Raiders, number 55, and Sean Davis, safety for the Steelers, number 28. Those been my guys for a very long time. Sean Davis used to box. He's an amateur boxer, and he fought with us. And who did he fight? This is gonna be crazy because y'all gonna be like, what? He fought Antonio Russell, and what Antonio fight right now? He fight like 118, 114, and Sean Davis 220-pound safety. That's how boxing is. Crazy when you grow up in boxing, you see the people get big and stuff like that. Yeah, but both of them are in the NFL right now. They're doing their thing. They inspire me, and I inspire them. Sean Davis actually comes to the gym, works out, does his boxing training before he goes to training camp, and his coaches be like, "Why are you so in shape?" It's nothing like being in boxing shape.
Mm-hmm.
My friends that's about to go to the NFL right now, Cameron Moore. Man, he a hard worker just like me. We push each other. We send each other messages, keep each other motivated because we know at the end, the ultimate goal is to be the best at what you can do. So, we looking to be there. He actually is going to the NFL Combine March 3rd through the 5th, I think. And he plays cornerback.
Okay. So you're a Redskins fan?
I'm a Redskins fan.
All right. What kind of athletes do you think would make the best boxers? You think football players, basketball players?
Between them two?
Between any of them. Anyone you've seen, because there's guys that are big, but it doesn't just because big.
Muscles don't mean nothing.
Right.
Muscles don't mean nothing. You don't got muscles in your chin.
Right.
So,
Right.
Like Mike Tyson said, everybody got a game plan until you go get hit in the face.
But to your point with Anthony Joshua, he's really stacked, really big, but then he gasses out. What kind of guys do you think would make the best boxers outside of boxing?
I would say guys that are more conditioned, probably like cyclists or long distance sprinters or soccer players.
Okay.
Because they be in shape too.
Yeah.
They're not just big. Basketball players, I don't want to talk down. I just don't think they're as much in shape as a soccer player or a long distance runner or even swimmers and stuff like that. So that you give them the right tools. Anybody in shape and with a nice mental, they can do a lot in boxing.
This question: does taking too many punches affect your waves on your head?
It sometimes, but I spar on my do-rags. I got like 20 do-rags, so I spar on my do-rags now. So they keep them together. They keep them together.
Let's see. I guess this is George Rincon. Rincon back too.
Yeah, that's George right there.
Yeah, he said, "What would you say to the younger generation of fighters coming up and looking to go pro in the future?"
stay focused and don't rush it. It's like a lot of kids turning pro 17, 18. It's I turned pro at 18 years old, but that's because I knew I was ready. My coaches knew I was ready, and we've been preparing. Not just because, oh, I see Floyd Mayweather. I see Floyd Mayweather. I want to make money. I see another boxer. He turned pro early. I want to make money. So that's what I want to say to the younger kids that's thinking about, taking it to a professional level. Just make sure you're ready. It's not a game. It's not a game out here. It's a lot of young fighters that's getting knocked off early because they're not ready. Or they get a draw and they put them on the shelf. Depending on who you with, a draw or a loss can put you on the shelf for a long time. So you got to just make sure you prepare. You got to make sure you're real prepared. Make sure you stay focused. Don't get caught up in Instagram fame. Don't get caught up in none of that because it's going to come. Don't chase it. It's going to come. Just focus on being you. Focus on being the best you can be and the best you can be in the ring.
All right. We got another question from Juan. He says, what is one part of the fight preparation that you don't like?
Everybody that boxes doesn't like cutting weight. Now, that's the worst thing for me. Other than that, I enjoy everything. Even though I don't like waking up to run, I have to. So the hardest part is waking up and getting out there. It's not doing the work. It's just getting out there. That's the hardest part.
Okay.
To me, at least. But to a lot of other people, I think they would agree. That's just getting there is the hardest part. But when you're there, it's time to work. You've been there before.
Right. So we're at the beginning of 2018. Let's say we talk in a year. Where would you like to be? What do you want? What's the plan for this whole year for you and your career?
Just to climb the ladder. Hopefully, like I said, we don't turn any fights down. So whatever is going to get us there, that's what we're going to do. We're going to be prepared. We're going to be ready. We're always working. So, and once we get there, it's showtime. Hopefully, by the same time this year, hopefully you will be hearing me, getting ready for a title eliminator or even a title shot. Because it's not too much more that I done fought a couple of 10 rounds. I already know I'm in 10-round shape. I know I'm in 12-round shape. In my last fight, I've been sparring 5-minute rounds. I sparred 10 5-minute rounds before. 8 5-minute rounds. So, I'm going above and beyond. So I'm going to be ready.
Word. All right. A couple questions here in the feed. Someone's asking, are you playing Fortnite? Yeah, he mentioned that earlier. He's on PlayStation right now.
Yeah.
He's playing Fortnite. Let's see. Wait.
25 and it's too late to start boxing. No. Sergio Martinez started boxing in about, 20? He won a world championship and was a reigning super middleweight champion for a minute. Middleweight champion.
Middleweight, yep. Exactly. Let's see. What do you think of Tevin Farmer, and do you have him eating Tank?
No, I don't think Tank shouldn't lose to Tevin Farmer. I'm not saying Tevin Farmer isn't good. I actually like Tevin Farmer. Tevin Farmer is a good fighter. I just think Tank is a better fighter right now. And it just, what goes on, what Tank steps in the ring, you know what I'm saying? Like his last fight was probably, he probably had a lot of mental things going on outside the ring. So, and it showed when he fought that guy, but eventually he got the job done. I think he'd beat Tevin Farmer if he's mentally focused, and training hard like he does.
I do have one question. Getting back to the amateur thing, and I want to ask you because you have a lot of experience in the amateurs. Are there any guys that are in the pro ranks now that you have memories of fighting them, or guys that have reached a certain plateau that may be notable? Any stories there that you could tell us?
Who did I fight? I fought Tank. I fought Tank twice.
Okay.
Yeah, we fought in the JOs. The same JO tournament twice. Like, I fought him in the regionals and got an at-large bid to the nationals, and we fought in the national championship.
Who won?
He did. He won.
Okay.
I don't know who should have won. I got the tape. I got the tape. It was good. Good close fight though. He won. So that was pretty cool. He's doing his thing. He's he won a world championship, and I'm next. I mean, you can see the people that stuck with boxing when I was young, and you know, we came up in the ranks together. They're still doing their thing. Some people, you know, fell off. Some people don't box anymore. You know, that were real good. But you know, there's a lot of people that's up at the top level. Right now, I fought Jose Gonzalez. He just got signed to Golden Boy. I beat him in the National Golden Gloves. He's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool dude. He can fight. I beat him in the National Golden Gloves when I won the National Golden Glove Championship in 2013. I beat Gennaro Gomez. That signed to Golden Boy as well.
Okay.
He's undefeated. I beat him in the 2013 USA National Championships, and in the championship fight, and I got outstanding fighter. So.
Yeah, see, that's why I wanted to ask you, because I know you got a lot of accolades. Obviously, you would have come across a lot of these guys as you were, you know, coming up in the ranks or whatever. Just a couple more questions. We got a couple minutes left. Juan said, what was your most challenging fight so far?
My most challenging fight, I would say, I think that was my third fight I fought in Cincinnati against, what's his name, Vaco Espinoza.
Okay.
A 4-round fight. It was a majority decision, but I don't know why. I won. I clearly won. To me, 3 rounds. I won for sure because I definitely watched it. But a judge gave him 2 rounds, and I got a draw on 1 scorecard. So I didn't really like that. But that was my toughest fight. I went in there trying to bomb the guy out, trying to knock him out. I got a little winded, but all in all, worked through. I heard him in the last round. Tried to stop him after that. But he lumped me up. He headbutted me a lot. That was the toughest fight I had. But other than that, you know, all my other fights were easy breezy, beautiful cover girl.
All right, well, we'll wrap things up. You want to add anything? Obviously, we're on Instagram, so people know where to follow you here. But if you're on Twitter or Facebook or anything else, then you know, let them know. Obviously, you're not.
I'm on Twitter and Facebook, same name, same thing. So it won't get complicated. Same thing. 101X. Facebook, Lamont Roach Jr. No, I don't like. I'm looking at these comments. No, I don't like the Cowboys. Tim, you know I don't like the Cowboys. What else? Yeah, I'm playing Fortnite right now. What else? Can I beat Tank now? I think I can beat anybody. I don't care who they. DC stand up. There you go. Uptown, yeah, most of my whole family uptown. I went to school up there. Hold up. My man Lamont been whooping people since elementary school. 49ers all day. Yeah, I like the center too. Kevin talking about get on GTA. Get on Fortnite, bro. You need a new game.
Hey, y'all don't want Madden though.
Man, I don't really play, man, but I can play. I don't really play, but I can play.
All right, text me your gamer and then we'll get it in. I heard Jordan's a champ in that too. I don't know if everybody's spreading lies or what.
What? No, Jordan beat a lot of people in Madden, but he can't beat me.
All right.
He can't beat me.
I hear you. All right, we wrap things up. I appreciate you joining us. Like I said,
no problem.
On your next fight, you know, all that good stuff, and make sure
the next fight is if this guy take the fight, it's gonna be a good fight.
Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna be for all the people that don't know, or like, yeah. If this guy signed a contract, we're gonna have fun. We're gonna have fun.
I hear you. Definitely a good fight.
Yeah, man. Oh,
okay.
One thing.
Best of luck and everything, and appreciate the time, man.